and the Hanukkah Goblins by Hershel. It was the first night of Hanukkah. Hershel was walking down the road. He was tired and hungry. Nonetheless, his step was light. Soon he would reach the next village where bright candles, merry songs, and platters piled high with tasty potato latkes awaited him. But when he arrived, the village was silent and dark. Not a single Hanukkah candle was to be seen.
Isn't tonight the first night of Hanukkah? We don't have Hanukkah, Hershel. No Hanukkah? How can that possibly be?
It's because of the goblins. They hunt the synagogue at the top of the hill.
They hate Hanukkah. Whenever we try to light the menorah, they blow out the candles.
They break our trails and throw our potato latkes on the floor.
Those wicked goblins make our lives miserable. But on Hanukkah, it's really bad. I'm not afraid. Tell me how to get rid of them. You must go to the synagogue at the top of the hill where the goblins live. There you must stay 8 nights in a row and light the Hanukkah candles. And on the 8th night, the king of the goblins must light them himself. I'm not afraid, Rabbi. If I cannot rid of you goblins, then my name is Hershel of Osterholm.
Good luck, Hershel. Good luck, Hershel. Here's the pickles. They're having this potato latkes tonight. Sure, they will do. And there's the menorah, the matches, and some candles from the lake. Here's the egg. Bye. Good luck.
Good luck.
Bye.
Nobody expected to see Hershel again. It was long past sundown. By the time Hershel climbed to the top of the hill where the old synagogue stood, the crumbling building was gloomy and dark. Rusty hinges squealed as Hershel opened the door. He stepped inside. Starlight shining through the broken window panes cast eerie shadows on the wall. Well could he believe that goblins lived here. Hershel put 2 candles in the menorah and set it near the windowsill. He struck a match and lit the Shamus candle. He said the blessing and was about to light the other candle when he heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
Here was a goblin no bigger than a horsefly with a long pointy tail and 2 little bat wings hovering in the air.
I'm lighting Hanukkah candles. Tonight is the first night of Hanukkah.
Oh, no, it's not. We don't celebrate Hanukkah around here.
Is that so? Who's going to stop me? A little pipsqueak like you?
I may be little, but I'm strong.
Can you crush rocks?
Crush rocks, you're joking. Nobody's that strong.
I am. Watch.
Hershel took a hard-boiled egg from his pocket and squeezed it until the yolk and the white ran through his fingers.
That's how hard I'm going to squeeze you if you try to stop me from lighting my Hanukkah candles.
You leave me alone.
Gladly, you let me light my candle in peace.
Oh, all right. One night won't hurt, but you better not see tomorrow. Big ear goblins come. Much bigger than me. They catch you lighting Hanukkah candles. You'll be sorry.
We'll see about that.
He lit the first candle. On the second night, another goblin appeared. This one was big and fat and waddled like a goose. Hershel was finishing his dinner on pickles and hard-boiled eggs.
Have some pickles. Pickles? Here, catch.
Pickles are good.
Do you like them? I have plenty in this jar. Take all you want.
The greedy goblin grabbed as many pickles as his claws could hold. But when he tried to pull his fist out of the jar, he couldn't. He was holding too many pickles for his hand to fit through.
Oh, I'm stuck. You put a spell in this jar to hold me fast.
That's right. And it's a very powerful spell. You came here tonight to stop me from lighting Hanukkah candles. And now you must watch me with your hand in that jar while I light them.
No, I hate Hanukkah. Ah!
Too bad. You have to get used to it.
Hershel said the blessing so Hershel finally decided to let him go.
Shall I tell you how to break the spell?
Yes, I can't stand it anymore.
Let go of the pickles. Your greed is the only spell holding you prisoners.
The goblin let go of the pickles. His hand slipped out of the jar easily. How the goblin raged. The furious goblin stamped his foot so hard that he shattered it into a million pieces. The wind blew them away. On the following night, other goblins came. All were terrible and fierce. They growled and roared and changed themselves into horrible shapes. They tried to stop Hershel from lighting Hanukkah candles, but Hershel fooled them all. Finally, it was the seventh night. 8 tiny candles flickered on the windowsill. Hershel sat back to enjoy their light. Where were the goblins? Had they finally given up? Hershel felt very sleepy. His eyes started to close.
Happy Hanukkah, Hershel of Ostropol!
Who is it? Who's there?
It is I, the king of the goblins!
You're too early. You're not supposed to come till tomorrow.
Don't worry, Hershel. I am far, far away, but I have the power to see you and speak to you. Enjoy this Hanukkah night, my friend. It will be your last. You have fooled the other slaves, my slaves, the other goblins, to see if you can fool me.
Poor Hershel. What was he going to do? The king of the goblins was on his way, and no power on earth could stop him. Unless he had an idea he knew he had to try. It was the only way to save himself and Hanukkah. It was the last night of Hanukkah. Hershel set the candles in the menorah, but instead of placing it on the windowsill, he put the menorah and the box of matches on a small table near the door. Then he sat down to wait. Night fell. Outside, the whole world lay cold and silent. Suddenly, a great gust ripped the synagogue door from its hinges. The whole building shook.
Did I hear something? Don't be silly. You're one of the boys from the village trying to scare me. I'll believe it when I see it. Show yourself to me.
Behold, I stand before you! Do you believe me now?
It's too dark. There's a box of matches and a candlestick by the doorway. Why not light a candle? Then I'll see what you really are.
Indeed, you shall.
A match flared. The shaman's candle caught the flame.
It's still too dark. There's plenty of candles. Why not light them all?
Hideous hand took the shaman's candle and lit the others one by one. Hershel felt himself growing faint, but he forced himself to look. His eyes grew wider and wider as each candle caught the flame.
5, 6, 7, 8. Now, Hershel, do you know who I am?
I know you're not Queen Esther.
Very fine. Enjoy the joke. It will be your last.
Be gone or I'll take a stick to you.
How dare you speak to the king of the goblins that way?
I'll speak to you any way I want. See, the menorah is lit. You thought those were regular candles you were lighting. They were not. They were Hanukkah candles, and you lit them all yourself.
The king of the goblins roared with anger. The earth trembled, a mighty wind arose and ripped the synagogue roof, blew down the walls and splintered the great timbers, scattering them like matchsticks. Around the menorah, the whirlwind howled, but the candles never flickered. They burned with clear, steady flames. The king of the goblins had no power over them. The spirit of Hanukkah has triumphed. The great wind vanished as suddenly as it has risen. Even though the synagogue was gone, the menorah remained tall upon the little table where Hershel had placed it. Then he started back down the road that led to the village.
I'd better hurry. I don't want to miss the last night of Hanukkah.
no reason to worry. In every window there stood a menorah with 9 gleaming candles to light the way. The whole village was waiting for him.
In Baltimore, there lived a boy.
It wasn't anybody's joy.
Although his name was J.B. Dawes, his character was full of faults.
In school, he never led the classes.
He stole old ladies' reading glasses.
His mouth was open while he chewed, and his elbows to the table glued.
He stole the milk from hungry kittens and walked the doors like no one didn't.
He said he acted thus because there wasn't any Santa Claus.
Another trick that tickled James was crying
Boo!
at little babies.
He brushed his teeth, they said in town, sideways instead of up and down.
Yet people pardoned every sin and viewed his antics with a grin.
Deploring
Children are told by J.B. Dawes,
There isn't any Santa Claus.
Deploring how he did behave, his parents quickly softened gray.
They hurried through the furrows purely, and J.B.'s left the funeral early.
Like whooping cough from child to child, he spread the rumor wild.
Sure as my name is J.B. Dawes, there isn't any Santa Claus. Slunk like a weasel or a martin. Through nursery, school, and kindergarten, whispering low to every tot. No, there isn't. No, there's not. No beard, no pipe, no scarlet clothes, no twinkling eyes, no cherry nose, no sleigh, and furthermore, by Jiminy, nobody coming down the chimney.
The children wept all Christmas Eve, and James chortled up his sleeve.
No infant dared to hang his stocking for the fear of J.B.'s rivaled knocking. Oh, J.B. sprawled upon his untidy bed, fresh malice dancing in his head, when presently, with a scalp a-tingling, he heard a distant jingling.
He heard the crunch of sleighing hoof, crispy alighting on the roof.
Oh, what good to rise and bar the door? A shower of soap was on the floor.
J.B.'s beheld all of us when suddenly the fireplace was filled with Santa Claus.
J.B.'s fell upon his knees with cries of,
Don't.
and
Pretty, please.
J.B.'s,
Replied the angry saint.
it isn't I, it's you that they. Although there is a Santa Claus, there isn't any J.B.'s Dawes.
J.B. said then with impudent vim,
Oh, yes, there is, and I am him. Your language don't scare me. It doesn't.
and suddenly he found he wasn't.
From gritty feet to unkept locks, J.B.'s became a jack-in-the-box. An ugly toy in Santa's sack, mounting the flu on Santa's back.
The neighbors heard his mournful squeal and looked for him, but not with zeal.
No trace was found of J.B.'s Dawes was led to thunders of God.
Yay!
Oh, all you who sneer at Santa Claus, beware the fate of J.B.'s Dawes, the saucy boy who told the saint off. The child who got him licked his paint off. His son.